what are some of the values you're expecting them to bring on the table? And what about the adoption? Are we there, or how do you see the evolution AI and generative AI would impact the entire digital commerce ecosystem, let's say, and the practice, of course?
Yeah, as you said, it's a big elephant in the room, but actually no, because people are talking a lot about it. So, yeah, we are in contact with a lot of retailers. We have a lot of discussion, and even a dedicated survey on AI and generative AI use cases. And what emerged is that all of the retailers are in the project at least of understanding the use cases and trying to really pilot some sort of implementation. Maybe not enormous thing, they're not starting big, but they're starting to seriously save some budget for generative AI and AI, because they really understand that it's something that is that will revolutionize completely commerce.
But it's at a very early stages, right?
But it's a very early stage, exactly. I think that at the moment they are looking as well at partners to let them understand what generative AI can bring to the table and how it can be integrated. Because sometimes there are so many use cases that start to prioritize them. It's something that now is pivotal. Because, use cases must be put in place according to level of digital maturity, but even the business case. So is this something that is going to be valuable for me? It's going to bring revenue in the short term. So there are multiple factors that are really shaping generative AI adoption. But we see ferment, we really see it. I think that right now, generative AI and AI are really set to revolutionize digital commerce and commerce. And what they will bring is personalization for sure, because the ability to personalize the single customer, it's something that retail is looking for, has been looking for a long time, and now looks more real, I would say. And then at the same time also automatizing processes and optimize retail processes. There are a lot of manual processes we know in retail, and the internal team can benefit a lot from this kind of AI and generative AI implementation. I think that AI and generative AI could really help bridge the gap between customer satisfaction and operational efficiency in the future. We see, for example, a lot of retailers that are piloting chatbots or virtual assistant. So implementation of generative AI more on the front end to aid customer to search products. These are really, I would say, a beginning, because they are chatbots. It's very nice the fact that they're conversational. So Carrefour, Sephora, and also ASOS have implemented this. And what we saw is that removing friction is the biggest part right now. But these chatbots are not going to be the final solution, I think, because then you need to look at the product, and they are, in a way, putting away the attention from the product catalog, I would say. So the difficulty will be to merging these two things. And even search is a big problem, because always our customer survey looked at where customers are losing interest. Where in the customer journey there are the point of attention, when the customer might abandon the idea of purchasing. And search is one of the factors that is influencing, because having the ability, the customer must be able to search the product in a really frictionless way, in terms of words, in terms of images, for example. And so for sure the front end, so the chatbot or more even on an higher level, so virtual assistants. Maybe in the future, generative AI will be more like a virtual assistant, you know, like a store associate, but an AI one that is giving product recommendation.
Clienteling by AI.
Clienteling by AI, exactly. So maybe this is something that is gonna happen, but I think that right now the front end is gonna benefit from generative AI, but right now I think that there is a lot of opportunity also internally. So all the capability related to aiding teams, customer service, also store associate in store. Now that the technology in store is becoming more mainstream, like we see store associates with, for example, tablets. So they could be able to access to this kind of recommendation and the ability to understand and analyze data and have everything at their finger point. So I think that generative AI will aid a lot in this internal part, more as a way to translate data into insights and only with text input, because then you don't need to do some difficult calculation, and all the stakeholders involved in retail can really assess data easily. So these are the two parts that I think will be very important, but there is still a lot of time, I think, to achieve.
Exactly.